So you gotta take your headphones off.
Thank you for that, y'all. Hold on.
Oh, that was dumb. Now, you know you can't drop.
Welcome to Jesse Waters Primetime. I'm Kaylee McEnany, and for Jesse, let's start here. Francesca Hong is officially out. Wisconsin's Democrat gubernatorial primary came down to the wire. David Crowley, who dropped out of the race before dropping back in, squeaked by one of the country's farthest left candidates by less than 4,000 votes. Once the race was called, Hong thanked her supporters.
We have built something that will change politics forever. The work we have done will be remembered forever. We are fighting to become once more what Wisconsin has always been, a place where our future is determined not by corporations and millionaires.
Now, all night long, Hong was feeling pretty good about her prospects. You could see it on stage, probably because she seemed like a shoo-in. Final polls had her up by 20 points a week before the election, and there were multiple polls like that. But somewhere between the celebration and the count, Wisconsin got cold feet. Maybe all of the socialism talk was a turnoff. Maybe it was her unorthodox campaign style. Maybe it was her disdain of the holidays.
Well, Joe, it turns out Wisconsin Democrats like Thanksgiving.
Well, she said she was for Thanksgiving after all by the end. But yeah, no doubt this is a big shock for Democrats.
There's probably a lot of reasons that she failed to cross the finish line. Maybe it was her defund the police posts, defund ICE, abolish ICE, the socialist policies she then disavowed. But Hong's holding her head high, and she's not riding off into the sunset just yet. She's linking arms with the guy who just beat her, ready to take on the Republican Congressman Tom Tiffany. And Crowley's glad to have her on board.
I especially want to thank Representative Francesca Hong. Her campaign reminded people across Wisconsin that there are no long shots when it comes to believing in a better future and fighting to expand opportunities to every family.
But it takes a village to win, and the failed Senate candidate who lost to El Sayed thinks that Crowley can beat the Republican.
I served with him in the House, and he's a nice guy, but he is kind of narrow, all right? And he's deeply conservative, and his big priority is wolves. He wants to hunt wolves. I'm not kidding. He's talked to me about it many times on the House floor. Crowley, on the other hand, is an executive operator, and I think he's, moving and grooving to this governorship.
So now it's coming down to wolves, in her words. Well, Tom Tiffany is prepared for battle, pitching himself as a dairy farmer and a girl dad, and he has an economic plan, too. Meanwhile, Democrats are throwing Hong a going-away party. A donor advisor said her loss is, quote, good for the movement, and she was the problem. Quote, this is a far better outcome, and says that it is so close that a progressive who doesn't say the dumbest bleep in the world, like Thanksgiving should not exist, would have won. Well, if the socialists really wanted to win, they needed to listen to James Carville and keep Hong's hands off the stupid AI idea generator.
I think these are windows into the souls of these anti-American radical You hate Thanksgiving and you hate the 4th of July. What you're really saying is, I hate some of the pillars that undergird American culture. And how are you going to have a conversation with a voter about affordability or public safety or anything else if you're trying to get rid of Thanksgiving and the 4th of July?
He's not wrong. Voters did not need a window into Hong's life. They just needed her to like Thanksgiving. But the Democrats don't think the message is the problem.
Media will do everything in its power to try to discourage you. They will tell you you're a loser. They'll say, oh, DSA, your candidate was oh, Francesca Hong was bad. She was a bad candidate. Oh, she didn't like Thanksgiving.
That was Hassan Piker, and everyone's pointing fingers, even him. The machine, meanwhile, is blaming the polls.
We have to talk about how off the polling is between Wisconsin and Michigan.
Let's talk about that. I think it's that's the story of all this right now. It's really the polling is off.
Well, the polls might have been off, but the Democrats still got a taste of victory last night. Out in Minnesota, Amy Klobuchar won. And Tim's Lieutenant Governor, Peggy Flanagan, won her primary for Senate. She was the progressive, and she's marching right into November.
We need to rip ICE apart and stop them from terrorizing our communities. And I know this. I citizenship that aligns with our values.
And she's not stopping with ICE.
What about gender affirming care and an age? Should there be an age limit?
I think gender affirming care is part of healthcare. People need access to healthcare. I think our law as it stands is a good law.
Okay, so you support the law as is, no limit. So if a 10-year-old wanted it, you would be okay with that?
Let me be clear. I want to be clear that these, medical decisions absolutely should be made between a family and their doctor.
And Abdul El-Sayed, he is following right along.
I believe that Medicare for All should cover all healthcare, which is defined by what a patient needs in accordance with their doctor. And so that includes reproductive rights, right? That includes gender affirming care.
So apparently it's Medicare for all, trans for all, but if you're not an adult, parents need to sign off. This isn't just staying in the Midwest. Connecticut Democrats also took home a big win. Marianne Kahn won her primary for state senate. She'll be their first taste of socialism in Connecticut. And once you go socialist, you can't go back. It's averse to America, what it's all about. But their policies are moving in. They're not paying rent. They weren't always this far left, though. AOC and Bernie Sanders threw the DSA doors right open, and now they can't close them.
The paper members might be, think AOC and Bernie Sanders are great and let's get Medicare for all. That is not the hardcore that's running the organization. It is not. They are extremists. They believe, many of them believe, that any means are justified to achieve their goal. They are explicitly revolutionaries. They want to pull down our government institutions, they want to pull down our economic order, and they believe, they really do believe this, that they can build something better in its place.
And New York City's got the biggest socialist of all, Zohran Mamdani, and the state isn't on board. Look at this, almost half of New Yorkers are in favor of socialism.
Okay.
Democrats want to.
Okay, because we don't need to say about Mamdani, because we all know about him.
All right.
Okay, so this is getting out of hand, y'all. Anybody else want to comment before I go on my tirade? Should somebody else say something?
Lisa, this is what you wanted. What's getting out of hand?
Wait, hold on, Dave. Hold on. Take the clothes off first. Listen, I don't have a problem with the Democratic Socialists. What I got a problem with is like the crazy extreme shit. Like, okay, so yeah, Thanksgiving is hard on some people. Yeah. But just to eliminate it is kind of weird. It's nothing but a holiday where people just spend a lot of fucking money. You guys gotta be really honest about it. It's not. Nobody is doing what Thanksgiving. It's all bullshit. It's all bullshit. Y'all know it. Financial shit set up.
Does she have a policy?
I'm not done. Yes, I don't have a problem with Democratic Socialists, but some of the weird shit, we gotta tighten our message up. We really do. Stop that weird shit.
Okay, so
trans for all? Whoever said trans for all? Who said that? Trans for all? Get out of here with that. Don't start with
nobody talking about trans for all, Lisa. What about Lisa? What about democratic socialism? Like, what's so extreme about what we're saying? Hold on, wait. What's so extreme about what we're saying? What's so extreme?
Yeah, hold on.
Let her answer.
Getting rid of Thanksgiving was something that she said. She also said getting rid of the police. This hard person. And then she took a lot of this shit back at the end. But it's just extreme shit that we need to tighten up our
But it wasn't her policy. It was just an opinion that she had, something that she wanted to do at one point in time. I think in 2021. That's so it's like, it was like people
they're not gonna go and pull this shit up.
Hold on. We saying that
MJ. They keep saying that we want to get rid of police. No one is saying
Defund the police wasn't about getting rid of the police.
No one has ever said that.
Defund the police is not about getting rid of the police.
No, she did not say defund. Y'all need to go listen to her exact words.
They abolish police.
Abolish police. Abolish. Not defund, abolish.
They don't say defund, they say abolish.
Okay, thank you, Patty. Thank you. Good Lord. That's the same as get rid of. Abolish. Look up the definition of abolish. Please stop.
I'm just saying, y'all make sure. No one ever said.
Just listen to
it online.
It says it.
No one has ever said abolish police. Period. No.
Okay. You want to see it?
That's
you
on
want to
their
see
website,
it?
bro. We're not making this
It's
up.
on their website.
This ain't nothing we're making up. I ain't pulling it out of a hat like a rap.
It's ironic though. It's so bad you don't think anyone would have actually said it. I mean that is the irony of it. It's that bad, right? But they have it on their website. DSA, Democratic Services of America. Yeah, MJ, is that bad?
I mean, but like maybe.
Oh, you're doing it for
maybe young guys don't live in New York. But like, we're
I wouldn't want
doing well here.
to abolish the police in New York either.
We're doing well here.
Hey, I don't disagree with
So Betty, like I know you're a Zionist, I get that. But like,
we're not doing that today.
Let them come to Zionist. I mean,
No, she is. And Patty is actually, like, she's smart. Like, she's actually really smart. But at the same time, like, Patty, I cannot agree with your Zionist position. Period. Like, we should not have.
Yeah, Patty, what the hell?
Hold on, wait, let me finish. We should not have a foreign government having control over our government here.
I'm not brother. Where you
This APEC shit gotta go. This APEC shit gotta go. Period.
But how does that make her a Zionist though?
Yeah, look, we're talking about the clip right now. Come on.
Patty hasn't said anything about APEC.
The design and shit.
Yeah, it's like question. I just think he made a point. I'm just trying to see how that correlates.
Hey, look, man. She didn't campaign on abolishing the police. Say these people. What I liked is she fell in, after she lost, she fell right in line. This is exactly what both sides of the Democrat left spectrum should be doing, regardless of who wins, Democratic Socialists or not. Okay? These people are way less harmful than the fucking Cato Institute, than the goddamn Heritage Foundation, and all the shit the right is doing that's incredibly harmful, right? Pumping out bad propaganda, racist propaganda, and propaganda that leads up to people thinking that it's okay to do the January 6th. So,
MJ, can I ask you a question?
They don't bother me.
Can I ask you a question real quick? Yeah. MJ, do you think the DSA, or even that their movements within the DSA, do you think they have policies that's going to be helpful for Black people in general? Like, when we look at the DSA and the makeup, it doesn't seem like there's a lot of people that look like us in there. It's very translucent.
Yeah, it's really white. I think that's my real critique of them. They're not talking about if they can be that radical and not talk about reparations. It's a problem. If they could be that radical and not talk about racial wealth gap, it's a problem. If they could be radical, if they could be radical and not really address the issues that are most pertinent to Black people, if that's a problem, that's my problem. Not that they're too far to the left. It's just not just it's just that they're not addressing the things that matter to people such as myself. And they could be so radical on other things and not address those simple things. I think
But
it makes me question the whole.
they do want to address reparations, bro. What's going on? Have y'all read the site?
Yeah, reparations 100%.
They want to give money and they want investment in infrastructure for Black people. I don't think y'all actually went to the website or even know what this DSA.
She all read it. She all read that was it the CSA?
Am I cutting off?
It's like number 8.
So one of the other big things is the Green New Deal. Like, we have polluted the environment enough. We need initiatives.
What's the Democrats already have?
Like really good green.
They're like 50-50. They just some of that shit, but a lot of that shit is going to take constitutional amendments, and I think it's outrageous. But they do have a lot of shit in there that's aimed towards poor communities and Black people.
So
That's good.
here's the thing.
Let me ask you, Betty. What do you think is too far to the left?
Not in Exodus Islands.
Right. Yeah.
No.
You can't trust her answers, Gotham.
You got to act.
Is that Mace? He's playing Mace? That's crazy. If it's all about if the lefties want to get down, they organize, they're running, and people is fucking with them, so be it. You know what I'm saying? Because the real enemy, those other people on the other side, it's directly harmful. It's way more serious and way more dangerous. Than people talking about being against Thanksgiving.
Go ahead.
The shit the Heritage Foundation is doing. See, these people are doing is way more dangerous than fucking Thanksgiving. I'm sorry. You know what I'm saying? Priority.
I don't think there's too far to the left. Like when people say that shit, that's only these Obama fucking Democrats, these third way Democrats or whatever. Like no, fuck all that.
No, you do realize though. Go ahead, my bad, bro. Go ahead.
Go ahead, brother. Go ahead.
No, I'm saying, you do realize that the whole U.S. is not New York City, though, right?
The whole U.S. is what? Say what you said again.
It's not New York City. So like when you saying, Gossip, you and I know, and some of it makes sense, but like when you say defund the police, what the fuck do you think America hears?
I mean, yeah, but America's gonna
abolish the police. Hold on. Yeah, you're right. Exactly. So what do you think when you hear abolish? What do you think?
Here's my problem, bro. We are so sensitive to what America thinks on the left.
That's not.
They're not. MJ.
You about to get your fucking ankle monitor? Go ahead.
I'm cool with my ankle monitor. I'll dip that shit in gold.
Yeah, 556.
You feel me? But the right is not doing this thing. The right is okay with all this racist shit that their far right counterparts are saying. They're not worried about, how is America gonna take you rolling back the Voting Rights Act? They're not trying to pump the brakes on their crazies at all.
No, we know that.
They're letting them rock.
We know that, but we still have to...
So why the fuck am I gonna sit up here and put a leash on people that's gaining whatever momentum they're gaining? If all of this is and this is what I really want to know, if all of this is bringing out higher levels of voter registration, participation, in the general, I'm for it all. I pour gas on that fire, no water.
Well, okay. This is the
one. Hold on. MJ, that's not what's happening though. Like because
they said Michigan had record voter turnout. They said the Michigan vote broke records with how much voter turnout was there for the primary.
Those were primaries, though.
MJ,
Trying to get their first.
Y'all have to realize Americans, and sorry to say the average American citizen is fucking brain dead and stupid. Ignorant as fuck. So they can still push that shit, and you still gonna hear motherfuckers say come November that they worry about the kids being turned fucking trans. Or they worry about that propaganda shit in school. So regardless if you agree with it or not, to teach us that you gotta have a better fucking message. Abolish the police? Really? Get rid of Thanksgiving? Really? That really is gonna fucking tickle someone's fancy right now?
The superdelegates are never going to let a Democratic Socialist pass as a presidential candidate anyway. So that's never happened.
Let me ask you, what happened in Michigan? Do you think that was legit, right?
You asking me if I think it's legit?
Yeah.
Michigan's one state, bro. Michigan's one state. One state.
Well, hold on. Do you guys really think
do you guys travel to the U.S.? Do you guys travel to the U.S.?
I got a question. Why? Do you think that the superdelegates of the Democratic Party are going to allow for a DSA candidate to be the fucking presidential, the Democratic representation for presidential candidate? Hell no. That shit has never happened. The way the Dems are set up, there'll never be a DSA president.
Never say
or
never.
A DSA president. It's not going to happen.
No, never say never. Okay, excuse me.
Never say never.
Excuse me. They said it would never be a black president. Y'all, listen. You guys are
and they were wrong. Obama
won. Your age group will tolerate. These young kids who are coming behind us, all this stuff sounds normal that these Democratic Socialists are talking about. It sounds normal to them. So unless they get corrupted, what
they're talking about sounds normal.
Now, I'm not talking with the heritage kids and all that other bullshit organizations. I'm talking about kids who are being raised in these households, not to be racist and to get along with people and to understand where this country and the world is going.
Oh, really?
They're not trying to hear all this shit that you guys are like, never happened. They trying to live in harmony. They're trying to protect the earth. They're trying to protect the sea. They're trying to protect, get educated and be able to live comfortably. They're not, really? I don't know what you guys are thinking. We're going to be long gone probably.
Yeah, but
those kids don't care what you think.
Them kids don't
my grandmother, my great-grandmother and my grandmother, the way they thought and the way they moved in the world, that was during their time. Half the shit that they did, like beating people, beating kids, and taking abuse from husbands, and not being able to go out and do your thing, and not having all that shit was normal. We just got finished talking about welcome to the room. You weren't here when we first opened up the room. Michael gave us an education. Okay, so go back and listen to the replays. But all the stuff that we talked about was a normal situation. Go ahead, lady. Go, lady. Get over, for we both missed the fucking light. So all that stuff was normalized treated as normal, and back in their day, you know what I'm saying? These kids who are growing up now, you're not gonna be here. They're gonna be talking about you as their great-great-grandfather, grandfather.
But it's irrational.
Don't say
doesn't make sense.
You don't know what.
Is that how you run a business?
I'm not scared of these kids, okay? They said the same shit.
Who said that they're scared of kids? Are you okay? How would you?
Let me say what I'm saying.
Scared.
But Lisa, this has happened. This is a repeat of every generation. So even like in the 60s,
kids are supposed to be crazy.
Kids are.
They're gonna be you, dummy. That's what I'm saying.
No, they're not.
Dummy.
No, they're not.
You dummy.
When they get conservative, they're gonna get jobs.
I'm talking to the man in the background, like he gonna be here for fucking ever. Your time is gonna be limited. I don't know how old you are right now. Nobody's scared of these fucking kids. They're gonna take over this country. That's what I'm saying. Just like we took over. Just like before us. You guys think. You get into a mode of thinking, and it has to be like you're like concrete in your fucking brain. Your brain is like fucking concrete. It's not malleable. It can't see what else.
I am not a brain like concrete.
It can't accept differences. It can't accept anything different. You're stuck. It's like craziness, and it gets so frustrating talking to you guys.
Hello?
Can I retort? What I'm saying is very simple.
Retort, babe. I'm sorry.
It's all right. Because I love you.
I love you too.
These kids.
Yeah.
They said the same shit about the hippies. They were psychedelic, free loving. You know what I'm saying? Everybody's doing whatever they want.
And they want
going out on top. Everybody thought they was crazy. The silent generation thought the boomers were out of control. And look at these boomers now. Oh, the hippies were boomers. You see what I'm saying? Look at the boomers now. Kids are supposed to be going crazy, trying to push the envelope. as far left as possible. This is
Okay.
just nothing new. This is history repeating
I
itself.
know
If
it's
you
not
ask me.
nothing new, bro. It's nothing new under the sun. My great-great-grandma told me that. But Michael was telling us, you guys weren't here at the beginning, so it don't make sense to you what I'm trying to say. We were talking about what's her face, Tammy Terrell. I'm just gonna do a brief synopsis.
Tammy
'cause I'm gonna go all
Terrell?
the way back hours ago. And how this young lady, who sung duets with Marvin Gaye, if you guys don't know who she is, she died when she was 24 years old of brain cancer. How does that relate? Well,
I don't know.
we were talking about how I just brought up how she was dating these people like James Brown, that guy from the Temptations. I can't remember who he was.
David
The
Ruffin.
one who owned Motown. Yeah, the one who owned Motown, and somebody else they mentioned. And all these men were physically abusive.
You're talking about
Hold- let
Gordy.
me just-
You're talking about
Okay,
Gordy.
Gordy. Okay, let me just get this out because I don't want to bore everybody. How they were physically abusive to this young, beautiful woman. How they're showing her that they loved her by beating the shit out of her constantly, beating her in her head. She ended up dying of a brain tumor, by the way, but they said they don't know if it's connected. But they all beat this woman, right? Go look at her. She didn't deserve none of it. I don't care how she looked. Beautiful she was gorgeous, sexy woman. And they showing their appreciation. So I said, how did they get away with that? How come these people went in jail? I just said that because that's the way my mind works. And Michael came back and said, back in those days, Mies, that was acceptable. That was acceptable to beat your woman, beat your girl, beat your wife, beat your children. The police weren't even called for that. And there was some kind of law, Michael said, on the books, which I didn't know about, that you could beat your wife. So what I'm saying, how does that tie? Well, that generation thought that shit was okay. They said Michael said it's in movies and everything. If you go back and look at movies, you'll see how men just slap a woman in the face. What I tell you? And then there was also the faith in your marital vows, obey. That shit's been deleted out there because no woman's gonna sit up there and say love and obey, not the fuck. But then that was okay in that generation. Now as we progressed, we got the women's movement. This has happened. That's happened. It's unheard of. We will call the police. We will do whatever we gotta do. They go into jail. Laws and norms have changed. Laws and traditions have changed. With each generation, we get hopefully we get smarter. We get better. We get more. I don't know what to put that there, but we should grow. When you know better, you do better. Somebody said that. So I'm just saying, you guys. I'm just saying, it might sound crazy, it might sound dumb, it might sound slow, or whatever. But my feeling is this: these kids are coming up behind us.
Hello?
They don't see a problem with universal health care. That's normal.
Free
education is
Just
normal.
keep it
Allowing people to cross borders freely, which I don't agree with, is normal. Things that are going on is normal. This Democratic associate, whatever, they're young people. Bernie Sanders is burned out. You're not gonna see nobody, Maxine Waters and all these traditional Democratic people agreeing with it. You're gonna see people under 40 and under. 45 and under. I think the lady who's the chair is 40 something and under. Maybe older, but you ain't gonna see no old gray heads agreeing with this shit. That's all. I'm sorry, I talk too much. I land.
Wrong, Misa.
Wrong.
A lot of people are agreeing with Bernie Sanders. Like this DSA shit. This shit is. It's the new way.
Bernie's getting old. That's all I'm saying.
Of course he's old. He's like 80. But like, this DSA shit, this is the new wave, period. It's not gonna stop. You know, so you saw what happened. You saw what happened in Michigan with outside. You know what I'm saying? Like it's not gonna stop. It's wrong. Is politicians like really have heart, like really have like say what they gotta say.
Feel what you gotta feel.
They're not gonna lose.
Do what you gotta do.
Like we see it in our town. like you from New York, Lisa.
Hello?
You see what's happening with Mandami. Like, this shit is not gonna stop.
This shit won't stop. The
This shit is
socialists,
not
the
gonna
fucking
stop.
socialists
Like
gonna
they're
take
gonna win.
over.
Period.
It's over. The conversation's over.
Tell Saga it's not TSA.
Yeah, I think
Number two. Number two. Because you said a lot. I said the polling was bad the whole time. But a lot of the polling had him projected to win by more. He was supposed to mollywop her. He did not. And if you actually look where he performed,
I agree. No, you're right. You're right about that. You're right about that. Yeah. You're right about that. But at the same time, he still won.
but where he actually won the most was between 18 and 34-year-olds. And is that the entire voting electorate? So that really actually speaks to some of the problems that he will have in the actual election. So it ain't over. We need the people who actually live in Michigan to actually show up and vote for him, because the race was actually very close. So that's why we're actually the centrist candidates.
But here's the thing: if and this is my question, and we'll see. But if it brings out general voter turnout, general registration as a Democrat in the state of Michigan, and the centrists fall in line, like the right-wing centrists fell in line with Trump, and they fucking did, there is no problem. It's good for the party. If that happens.
What do you mean by right-wing centrists? Like, that's not gonna happen.
Right? People that are what they call rhinos and dinos. Like people that are right there in the middle, they're just, on the other side. They fell in line with Trump. You know what I'm saying? Trump was crazy. Trump was far right. The whole MAGA shit. They did the thing anyway. So my thing with the party is all what I'm telling everybody. No matter who wins, DSA or not, get your monkey ass up and vote anyway, and applaud the winner. Applaud if it's DSA or not.
I agree.
And the lady won. Hold on, immediately. I'll listen to the video that they just played too. The lady won immediately. Said she got that one. I forgot his name. That black man. Good black man. Good brother.
Yes,
that's what we're supposed to be doing.
DSA is not going to lose.
And did you repeat your last statement?
They're going to lose something. They're not going to win everything.
MJ, repeat your last statement.
Should probably beat you.
I said everybody should be falling in line. You should be shilling for each other as them. Both sides of the equation. What's up?
You said get your monkey asses. Get your monkey asses. I agree with him. Get your monkey asses. Clip time.
I said both because I'm from.
Y'all didn't go vote. That's the premise of what this man is saying. At the end of the day, look, I don't like the Republican Party that is currently
We just gave out 500 pounds worth of vegetables.
And the policies
People are
and
hungry
things
and
that
they
they
are
pass, and they continue
starving.
to affect people's
And we're
lives.
gonna
If there are
save their
Republicans in this room, 1-800 my ass cannot help you, because you made this mess. And now some of you folks continue to god dang on, like we say in the country, god doggone cry like the cows out here in the pasture back here. You can't do that. Can't sit up here and start crying when things ain't going your way. Gotta fix it. You choose not to. So let me tell you something. You have to, and you should turn back and make a different way. But you choose not to do that either. Gosh doggone, we can't live up under y'all's policies. It is horrible, and that's why November's coming up. 1-800 is coming up, and we gonna vote your asses out. 1-800 vote you out. Y'all are horrible.
Let's go, Ashton. Let's go.
She said, what age is the number?
MJ, am I wrong? Am I wrong about that?
Wrong about what, brother?
DSA is not gonna lose, bro. They're not gonna lose.
You can't say that. So this is the thing. It has to be the right candidate in the right place. And when it's not, they will lose. That is just a simple fact. Like, so we can say that something is bigger than it is. We read more into it than what it, like, I just don't understand, like.
So, Tiandra, let me ask you this.
So
I want to
this
ask you
is,
something real quick, Tiandra.
All right,
Let's just say, for hypothetical, let's say, for instance, TT, we don't got them. I'm the wrong candidate. Just use me as an example. I'm the wrong candidate. I'm too far left. I'm a bit extreme. But I beat out my opponent. Let's say the establishment Democrat. Do you think it's too late and too far-fetched for us to still have a conversation? Not me just the opponent that I beat out in the primary, but is it too far-fetched for us to have a conversation about, okay, what are the needs of the people? Yes, I have some things that I want to contribute or that I feel like we can pull for as a policy standpoint, and I like some of the things that you contribute from a policy standpoint, but unfortunately, I beat you out in the primary. Are we saying that it's too late once the wrong candidate gets in front of the people for us to still be able to build off of and to take down what we feel like might be too extreme, or do we have to fully endorse the wrong candidate's policy all the way?
That's a very good question.
I thought he said TT, but I could be wrong.
Go ahead,
Because maybe Gotham sounds like TT.
Well, there's one
Yes,
team.
because a lot of times people will reflect views of a particular party, but when you listen to them, it's like, you're really not aligning with that. There's something different. People literally will say that they're independent, and like they're not. There's something. So what you have to do, there are people who vote red no matter who and blue no matter who. It's those independents. Or you have people who are very into their particular candidate and they want that person. And when their person does not win, they no longer want to participate. They take their ball and go home. And so when you get in a position where your candidate is too far, you will alienate not only potentially your base, but the independents that you were hoping to pick up in order to win. That's what I'm saying.
And that's fucking shit.
So let me ask you a question. Would you support any candidate that takes APAC money?
I do not care about APAC.
I'm getting ready to say, I'm like, okay, so do I prefer my candidate not to be backed by APAC? I'm gonna say this. I prefer my candidate not to be backed by these oligarchs who feel like they know what's best for. What I will say is, let's say for instance, if my candidate of choosing happened to be backed by APAC, then yes, I'm going to support, regardless of whether I agree or not, that he should. I think I'm going to Matrix too. Regardless of whether I feel like.
The only reason I ask you that is because, like, I do not believe that a foreign nation should have control over our politicians over here. Like, period.
Well, APAC
over here is control.
Also,
That's my point.
APAC isn't a foreign nation. It is a lobbying group that has individuals who are strongly secure Israel, whatever that means, right? Which I'm completely against APAC. Just as a factual matter, it's not about a foreign nation or lobbying. Certainly, Israel has a very strong influence on APAC, but like just as a factual matter, APAC is not a foreign nation, so to speak. But I will say, to the conversation. APAC.
Black Freedom, can you do him a favor and let him know what the A stands for in A?
American.
Oh, that shit's for assholes.
So anyway, so just to be clear, like I don't care for APAC. I don't fuck with APAC. Everybody knows how I feel. I mean, people who at least heard me on the app know how I feel about the genocide that's happening.
Oh shit.
I think the import of DSA and of progressives running, of course, politics is about winning, but I think the import is more about, at least for me, how they push the narrative. And not only the narrative, but if they are able to, expose particular weak points in politicians,
the God, which is that God has given us this land. He has promised us this land. So I cannot go against that promise.
Well, Fayez, I want to read this. This is for you, Eddie. This is for you, you tiny head supremacist, you. I'm going to read it like Trump, because I know you like him.
No, you're attacking the Jews.
We're talking about Zionism. You said little hat. Don't be a Lutheran, okay? Please don't do a Lutheran movement on this.
No, you don't call me Luther.
Okay. Yeah, you act like a Lutheran. If you do that, I have to call you Lutheran Jr.
He actually said little hat?
Yeah, she said little hat right now.
Well, she must have been to hear.
We don't have a problem with the Jews. We have a problem with Zionist scumbags.
Okay, yes, I'm just going to finish reading.
Yeah, do not say this shit again, okay? Not in this speech. Thank you.
That the synagogue of Satan who say they are the Jews and are not, but lie. Behold, I will make them come and bow down before your feet, scum. They will learn that I have loved you. And I will, I'm not going to, the rest is basically you're going to go to hell, so. Yeah.
We Adi's next point is we reject the UN because it's useless and anti-Semitic, not because of God.
Dude,
okay,
Adi, you
I
rejected
too-
God himself. You rejected the God that according to you,
No, go.
gave you
Actually,
promise.
you know what I think about the UN. I think I agree with Adi. I also reject the UN, and I want all the UN decisions taken from 1947 up until now to be cancelled, and the status quo ante that existed as on 1947 January.
That's
should be
anti-Semitic,
restored.
Fayaz. We cannot do that. No, we're talking about as of October 7th. We reject the UN. Any decisions made prior to October 7th, we cannot reject them.
No. There
anti-Semitic.
is also another nuance to that. Okay, we reject all the decisions taken before October 7. Also, after October 7, if that does not fit our narrative.
Fayez, that's what they do. You know that, right? That's absolutely what they do. And they conscript others to follow their same corrupted ideology. They literally, it's anti-Semitic because that victim card, it's all year round, okay? 7 days a week, 365, okay? So they're going to say you're anti-Semitic, or we're Chosenites. We're too good to, we don't care about that.
There is, I want to share this point again. Another point. There's an organization called UN Watch. UN Watch. Okay, they have a website. They have a Twitter account.
The UN Watch has a
UN, like United Nations. UN
Is that
Watch.
what UN is?
ACH.
Fayaz,
Now,
he's
when you-
trolling. You can ignore him. He's just being a
Okay. So when you look at it, I mean, if it puts out an information, what would you think? You think it's an organ of the United Nations, and you would start believing what it says.
Yes, of course. I believe
And
everything you're
there,
typing.
I used to follow
an
this.
organization that watches the UN. He's true. Fayaz, if you want to continue, like honestly, just move him to the audience.
Kick him to the
Are you guys
audience.
talking about the garbage?
Hello?
He's pathetic, man. He's just gonna troll you.
So what I found out, what this was
What
set
did
up
you
by
find
Israel,
out? What did you find out?
and they kind of present everything as if the United Nations is presenting it to you,
Oh?
and people get deceived.
Really?
Oh, because somebody quoted this to say that, look, United Nations has said this.
Oh,
Then I
really?
went deeper into it. I found out who the founders of this organization were. It has nothing to do with United Nations.
Oh my goodness.
So they employ all kinds of deceiving tactics to mislead the world.
Wow.
You said it's UN Watch,
Do
right?
you have anything
Yeah,
specific?
just UN Watch.
Anything
WATCH.
specific?
Is everything anti-Semitic? Like, that's what I kind of want to know.
That's what you
Is
gotta tell us,
everything
you
and
stupid
everyone,
bitch!
if it doesn't
Is
comport with
everything in
your
your mind fucking
supremacist,
anti-Semitic,
Zionist,
you
terroristic, genocidal, illegal apartheid ideology, is it all just anti-Semitic, or does the term mean anything anymore? I feel like you guys have used it so much it's lost all meaning. You've also bastardized it, because if anyone's anti-Semitic, it's you. Palestinians are Semitic. You're kind of, you're a little mixy. You're Euro trash. So I don't know.
There are more words in the book of anti-Semitism, the actions and words that are considered anti-Semitic. There are more of them if you printed a book of them than the words in the dictionary today.
I mean, if you're gonna if an ethno group is going to be victims for in perpetuity, I would imagine they're gonna have to have a lot of definitions. They're gonna have to change it, bastardize it, create new definitions. That's how they maintain their victim pathology. And it's been working for a really long time, but the problem is, the world is going to turn its back on you the way that they turned its back on
the world already turned their back on them, but they don't care. They have no shame. They don't care. They know that they're the most rejected people on earth now in 2026.
Oh, the
They know
Palestinian
that
is
most people
rejected.
living on this land, on this earth, reject them. They want nothing to do with them. They know that everybody knows their crimes. They know that they're genocidal maniacs. Nobody wants to be their neighbors. Nobody wants them in their businesses. Nobody wants them in their countries. Nobody wants them in their, anything on their flights, for example. Nobody wants them, period. But they'll still sit here and say, we don't care. We don't care.
They think it's jealousy. I've talked to one before, and they think
everything
that you just said, they attribute to jealousy because
jealousy from what? Why would people be jealous from them? Give us a good read.
Supremacy. They are the Chosenites. They have a superior gene pool, all of that. They believe it.
America, yeah. You can call it whatever you want to call it. Anti-Semitism. Go cry in a different room.
Hello.
That's the reality. That's the truth.
All good for the Nazis, guys. Okay.
If you think that nobody wants them is anti-Semitism, then you should start running your mouth against the state that is increasing this anti-Semitism on international.
Ghost, you know what I always say, that the word anti-Semitism to denote hatred of Jewish people, is totally wrong. It's a misnomer, because majority of the Jews are not Semitic people.
But Fayaz, before you continue, did you notice that I never
Most Jewish people are not Semitic peoples.
And this guy jumped in the chat saying that it's not anti-Zionist, it's anti-Semitism. You see that? I never even mentioned.
It's okay. See,
Don't get
gaslight.
Don't get gaslight. Don't get gaslight.
I believe that the word anti-Semitism should not be used to describe real hate crimes, real hate actions against the Jewish people.
What?
Because majority of the Jewish people
What are you
are
talking
not
about now?
Semitic.
Hello?
Okay, they may claim they are Semitic because that's the narrative that keeps their lies alive.
Keep
So,
the lies.
but
How do
they
you
are
keep
not
the lies
Semitic.
alive? You got to lie
Yes,
more.
yes, Ashkenazis are not Semitic people.
And they're
So
not
anyway,
Semite. They are not
but the
Semites.
point
They
is,
are
but the
converts.
point I'm
They
trying
are
to make is
Khazarian
that
converts.
they claim that it is anti-Semitic in order
We
to
could continue the world's
perpetuate the
greatest
belief
religion.
that all of them are Semitic.
They're
So
not
I
Semitic. They are
refuse
converts from the Khazarians.
to use that misnomer. I prefer to use it. You know, if there's a genuine anti-Jewish hate,
Yes.
I would call it anti-Jewish hate. That's
Oh.
it. If it's an attack on Israel, if I'm
Oh,
attacking
we are
Israel,
taking back the
if I'm criticizing
anti-Semitism
Israel,
term. You
and
can't use it
if you want to
anymore.
call me something, call me anti-Israel.
You can't
And
use
if I'm criticizing
anti-Semitism anymore. We
Zionism,
own the term
call me
now. I call it
anti-Zionist.
anti-Jewish
Because
hate.
in my opinion, I
It's just
believe
my
that
opinion.
Zionism
It is just my
or
opinion.
Zionists
Hello? Okay, can't take retard world anymore. Okay, we're going to show you an extreme version of retard world called Bitcoin world. Nobody's even talking in it. That's how retarded they are. They don't even communicate. They just congregate. All right, I'm going to take you to the John Kitover band. Here we go.
If you are walking lost in wonder, empty of self and mindful of reality, and suddenly you interrupt this piece to exclaim, how beautiful is this tree, how magnificent this field. You forfeit life, the intrusion of self and the imposing of judgment separates you from reality and snares you in the net of words. Be still and know, embrace it all in silence. Be careful with words. COW gives no milk. MANURE has no stench. LOVE knows no passion. Mistake words for truth, and you exile yourself from reality. Others may follow and drink the poison of your confusion. They will die and truth will be defiled. Hillel and Shammai received the teaching from Shemaiah and Naphtali. Hillel said, be disciples of Aaron, loving peace and acting peacefully, loving people and drawing them to reality. Pursuing fame is self-destructive. It distracts us from reality and focuses our energy on ourselves. Those who do not increase knowledge, decrease knowledge. But don't mistake knowledge for talk. One who knows acts knowingly. Fools talk, and their talk too often fools. Those who cease to learn cease to live.
Hey Jacob, I'm in Lakeview. Let's get a beer.
We used to beat up. You still from Lakeview?
Hey Jacob, I'm out in Lakeview, man. Where you at? Let's get a beer.
Actually, fuck it. We should sometimes. Lakeview. Hey, yes, how you doing? Good, sir. Where are you from? We're from Lakeview.
If I am only for myself, what am I? And if not now, when? Attend to reality diligently. Say little and do much. Receive all people with kindness. Make yourself a sage. Rely upon reality, not authority. Free yourself from crippling self-consciousness. Attend to each moment and act without hesitation. Do not tithe by guesswork. Justice is not a matter of whim. Today, you may feel generous. Tomorrow, you may feel stingy. just. I grew up among the sage. All my life I listened to their words. Yet I have found nothing better than silence. Study is not the goal. Doing is do not mistake. Talk for action. Pity fills no stomach. Compassion builds no house. Understanding is not yet justice. Whoever multiplies words causes confusion. The truth that can be spoken is not the ultimate truth. Ultimate truth is wordless, the silence within the silence. More than the absence of speech, more than the absence of words. Ultimate truth is the seamless being in place that comes with attending to reality. The world stands upon three things: upon truth, upon peace, upon justice. Speak truth each to the other. Establish peace and render honest judgment in your gates. What is the right path for a person to follow? One that honors both self and other. Be attentive in all you do. Do not judge one deed small and another great, for you cannot always know their significance. Be virtuous, even if virtue is costly. Avoid sin, even if sin is profitable. Remember three things and you will not err. If your deeds shouldn't be known, perhaps they shouldn't be done. If your words shouldn't be shared, perhaps they shouldn't be spoken. Act with attention, for all your deeds have consequence. The world stands study, engaged in good work. One forgets selfish desire. Learning without labor is barren. It does nothing to better the world. Labor without learning is empty. It does nothing to enlighten the world. If employed by the community, labor for the people and not for power. If you carry on the good work of your predecessors, their merit will sustain you. Their righteousness will endure through you, and you will be credited with great success, as if you had accomplished the task alone. Be wary of those in power, for their friendship is often a matter of convenience. They appear as friends when it suits them, but they will not stand by you in time of need. Desire only that which has already been given. Want only that which you already have. As a river empties into the ocean, empty yourself into reality. When you are empty, don't know reality. You are filled with compassion, desiring justice. When you desire only justice, the will of reality becomes your will. When you are filled with compassion, there is no self to walk. If you are walking lost in wonder, empty of self and mindful of reality, and suddenly you interrupt this piece to exclaim, how beautiful is this tree, how magnificent this field. You forfeit life, the intrusion of self, and the imposing of judgment separates you from reality and snares you in the net of words. Be still and know, embrace it all in silence. Be careful with words. C-O-W gives no milk. M-A-N-U-R-E has no stench. L-O-V knows no passion. Mistake words for truth, and you exile yourself from reality. Others may follow and drink the poison of your confusion. They will die, and truth will be defiled. Teaching from Shemaiah and Naphtalian. Hillel said, be disciples of Aaron, loving peace and acting peacefully, loving people and drawing them to reality. Pursuing fame is self-destructive. It distracts us from reality and focuses our energy on ourselves. Those who do not increase knowledge, decrease knowledge. But don't mistake knowledge for talk. One who knows acts knowingly, fools talk, and that talk too often fools. Those who cease to learn cease to live. Life is learning, attending to reality. Anything less is the sleepwalk of death. Those who misuse knowledge shall not endure, for only reality endures. If you are not attending to reality, where are you? If I am only for myself, who will be for me? If I am only for myself, what am I? And if not now, when? Attend to reality diligently, say little and do much. Receive all people with kindness. Make yourself a sage. Rely upon reality, not authority. Free yourself from crippling self-consciousness. Attend to each moment and act without hesitation. Do not tithe by guesswork. Justice is not a matter of whim. Today you may feel generous. Tomorrow you may feel stingy. Give what is just because it is just. Among the sages. All my life I listened to their words, yet I have found nothing better than silence. Study is not the goal, doing is do not mistake talk for action. Pity fills no stomach, compassion builds no house. Understanding is not yet justice. Whoever multiplies words causes confusion. The truth that can be spoken is not the ultimate truth. Ultimate truth is wordless. The silence within the silence. More than the absence of speech. More than the absence of words. Ultimate truth is the seamless being in place that comes with attending to reality. The world stands three things: upon truth, upon peace, upon justice. Speak truth each to the other, establish peace, and render honest judgment in your gates. What is the right path for a person to follow? One that honors both self and other. Be attentive in all you do. Do not judge one being small and another great, for you cannot always know their significance. Be virtuous, even if virtue is costly. Avoid sin, even if sin is profitable. Remember three things and you will not err. If your deeds shouldn't be known, perhaps they shouldn't be done. If your words shouldn't be shared, perhaps they shouldn't be spoken. Act with attention, for all your deeds have consequence. Engrossed in study, engaged in good work, one forgets selfish desire. Learning without labor is barren. It does nothing to better the world. Great effort, learning is empty. It does nothing to enlighten the world. If employed by the community, labor for people and not for power. If you carry on the good work of your predecessors, their merit will sustain you. If you are walking lost in wonder, empty of self, mindful of reality, and suddenly you interrupt this piece to exclaim, how beautiful is this tree, how magnificent this field. You forfeit life. The intrusion of self and the imposing of judgment separates you from reality and snares you in the net of words. Be still and know. Embrace it all in silence. Be careful with words. COW gives no milk. MANURE has no stench. LOV knows no passion. Mistake words for truth, and you exile yourself from reality. Others may follow and drink the poison of your confusion. They will die and truth will be defiled. Hillel and Shammai received the teaching from Shemaiah and Avtalion. Hillel said, be disciples of Aaron, loving peace and acting peacefully, loving people and drawing them to reality. Pursuing fame is self-destructive. It distracts us from reality and focuses our energy on ourselves. Those who do not increase knowledge, decrease knowledge. But don't mistake knowledge for talk. One who knows acts knowingly. Fools talk and their talk too often fools. Those who cease to learn, cease to live. Life is learning, attending to reality. Anything less is the sleepwalk of death. Those who misuse knowledge shall not endure, for only reality endures. If you are not attending to reality, where are you? If I am not for myself, who will be for to reality diligently. Say little and do much. Receive all people with kindness. Make yourself a sage. Rely upon reality, not authority. Free yourself from crippling self-consciousness. Attend to each moment and act without hesitation. Do not tithe by guesswork. Justice is not a matter of whim. Today you may feel generous. Tomorrow you may feel stingy. Give what is just because it is just. I grew up among the sages. All my life I listened to their words. Yet I have found nothing better than silence. Study is not the goal. Doing is do not mistake talk for action. Pity fills no stomach. Compassion builds no house. Understanding is not yet justice. Whoever multiplies words causes confusion. The truth that can be spoken is not the ultimate truth. Ultimate truth is wordless. The silence within the silence. More than the absence of speech, more than the absence of words, ultimate truth is the seamless being in place that comes with attending to reality. The world stands upon three things: upon truth, upon peace, upon justice. Speak truth each to the other, establish peace, and render honest judgment in your gates. What is the right path for a person to follow? One that honors both self and other. Be attentive in all you do. Do not judge one deed small and another great, for you cannot always know their significance. Be virtuous, even if virtue is costly. Avoid sin, even if sin is profitable. Remember three things and you will not power. If your deeds shouldn't be known, perhaps they shouldn't be done. If your words shouldn't be shared, perhaps they shouldn't be spoken. Act with attention, for all your deeds have consequence. Engrossed in study, engaged in good work, one forgets selfish desire. Learning without labor is fun. It does nothing to better the world. Labor without learning is empty. It does nothing to enlighten the world. If employed by the community, labor for the people and not for power. If you carry on the good work of your predecessors, their merit will sustain you. Their righteousness will endure through you. And you will be credited with great success, as if you had accomplished the task alone. Be wary of those in power, for their friendship is often a matter of convenience. They appear as friends when it suits them, but they will not stand by you in time of need. Desire only that which has already been given. Want only that which you already have. As a river empties into the ocean, empty yourself into reality. When you are empty into reality, you are filled with compassion, desiring only justice. When you desire only justice, the wheel of reality becomes your will. When you are filled with compassion, there is Hell can be talked about, but not the eternal Tao. Names can be named, but not the eternal name. As the origin of heaven and earth, it is nameless. As the mother of all things, it is nameable. So as ever hidden, we should look at its inner essence. When all the world recognizes beauty as beauty, this in itself is ugliness. When all the world recognizes good as good, this in itself is evil.
Indeed, the hidden and the manifest give birth to each other. Difficult and easy complement each other. Long and short exhibit each other. High and low set measure to each other. Voice and sound harmonize each other. Back and front follow each other. Therefore the sage manages his affairs without ado, and spreads his teaching without talking. He denies nothing to the team in things he rears them, but lays no claim to them. He does his work but sets no store by it. He accomplishes his task but does not dwell upon it. And yet it is just because he does not dwell on it that nobody can ever take it away from him.
As always manifest, we should look at its outer aspects. These two flow from the same source, though differently named, and both are called mysteries. The mystery of mysteries is the door of all essence.
By not exalting the talented, you will cause the people to cease from rivalry and contention. By not prizing goods hard to get, you will cause the people to cease from robbing and stealing. By not displaying what is desirable, you will cause the people's hearts to remain undisturbed. Therefore the sage's way of governing begins by emptying the heart of desires, filling the belly with food, weakening the ambitions, toughening the bones. In this way he will cause the people to remain without knowledge and without desire, and prevent the knowing ones from any adult. Practice non-ado, and everything will be in order.
The Tao is like an empty bowl, which in being used can never be filled up fathomless. It seems to be the origin of all things. It burns so sharp as is, it unties all tangles, it hermit and What is the secret of their durability? Is it not because they do not live for themselves that they can live so long? Therefore the Zite wants to remain behind, but finds himself at the head of others, reckons himself out, but finds himself safe and secure. Is it not because he is selfless that his self is realized? The highest form of goodness is like water. Water knows how to benefit. Flows without strife and forgetting. It stays in place, is loved by all men. Therefore it comes near the town. In choosing your dwelling, you know how to keep to the ground. Tao can be talked about, but not the eternal Tao. Names can be named, but not the eternal name. As the origin of heaven and earth, it is nameless. As the mother of all things, it is nameable. So as ever hidden, we should look at its inner essence. When all the world recognizes beauty as beauty, this in itself is ugliness. When all the world recognizes good as good, this in itself is evil. Indeed, the hidden and the manifest give birth to each other. Difficult and easy complement each other. Long and short exhibit each other. High and low set measure to each other. Voice and sound harmonize each other. Back and front follow each other. Therefore the sage manages his affairs without ado, and spreads his teaching without talking. He delays nothing to the teeming things. He rears them but lays no claim to them. He does his work but sets no store by it. He accomplishes his task but does not dwell upon it. And yet it is just because he does not dwell on it that nobody can ever take it away from him. As always manifest, we should look at its outer aspects. These two flow from the same source, though differently named, and both are called mysteries. The mystery of mysteries is the door of all essence. By not exalting the talented, you will cause the people to cease from rivalry and contention. By not prizing goods hard to get, you will cause the people to cease from robbing and stealing. By not displaying what is desirable, you would cause the people's hearts to remain undisturbed. Therefore, the sage's way of governing begins by emptying the heart of desires, filling the belly with food, weakening the ambitions, toughening the bones. In this way, he will cause the people to remain without knowledge and without desire, and prevent the knowing ones from any ado. Practice none ado, and everything will common ancestor of all, the father of things. Heaven and earth is not sentimental, it treats all things as straw dogs. The sage is not sentimental, he treats all his people as straw dogs. Between heaven and earth, there seems to be a bellows. It is empty and yet it is inexhaustible. The more it works, the more comes out of it. No amount of words can fathom a better look for it within you. The spirit of the fountain dies not, it is called the mysterious feminine. The doorway of the mysterious feminine is called the root of heaven and earth. Lingering like gossamer, it has only a hint of existence. And yet, when you draw upon it, it is inexhaustible. Heaven lasts long and earth abides. What is the secret of their durability? Is it not because they do not live for themselves that they can live so long? Therefore the sage wants to remain behind, but finds himself at the head of others, reckons himself out, but finds himself safe and secure. Is it not because he is selfless that his self is realized? The highest form of goodness is like water. Water knows how to benefit all things without striving within. It stays in place, is loved by all men. Therefore it comes near the town. In choosing your dwelling, know how to keep to the ground. In cultivating your mind, know how to dive in the hidden deeps. In dealing with others, know how to be gentle and kind. In speaking, know how to keep your words. In governing, know how to maintain order. In transacting business, know how to be efficient. In making move, know how to choose the right moment. If you do not strive with others, you will be free from blame. As for holding to fullness, far better were it to stop in time. Keep on beating and sharpening a sword, and the edge cannot be preserved for long. Fill your house with gold and jade, and it can no longer be guarded. Set store by your riches and
Tao can be talked about, but not the eternal Tao. Names can be named, but not the eternal name. As the origin of heaven and earth, it is nameless. As the mother of all things, it is nameable. So as ever hidden, we should look at its inner essence. As always manifest, we should look at its outer aspects. These two flow from the same source, though differently named, and both are called mysteries. The mystery of mysteries is the door of all essence.
Left your damn house, cuz.
And you're gonna be driving in a car that's actually extra slow. And while the people that really do this shit, the ones that don't, that the models that get high on their own supply, like ideologically speaking, the West, that would make sense to me if they like convince themselves somehow and this regional aspect. We idea of the idea.
It seems simple, but not simple. But it seems that a lot of them are heavily online, and so when you're in a heavily online community, I think I forget where it came from, but there's they say for example, you have about 5% of people that are super hyper political in any given time in any country, and those people tend to be the most ideological, right? The average person is not that hyper political, so people may overestimate their something is being popular because in this case people are
Yeah, I guess. I mean, a lot of these people are people doing polls and stuff. They still seem to have it backwards. Not just on the online. They're touching grass too.
Well, I just looked up all the victors so far, and they're all in.
Steven's still wasting everybody's time. So boring. Steven is so boring.
No, it's interesting though. Everybody's coming. Look at how great they were, like you said earlier. The Republican counterpoint wasn't supposed to be this close so early on. So I'm kind of leaning that I think the DSA is just dusting on him because they won against a weak, safe Democrat candidate, but they haven't really faced the tough challenge yet. I mean, is there anybody on the DSA that I can't think of anybody that's actually won against a contested area in a pretty much, well, I guess, voting a heavy D or even taking a heavy R area? And then Trump has, so far, when you look at Trump's success record on his back candidate, he's pulling like 95% on success. Like he's
Bima.
Well, he wasn't able to push. Well, let's just say he wasn't able to push that lending.
On the MOU, right? You that's an obligation on you to force Edward into doing a ceasefire with me to stop attacking me. That's an obligation right there. Obligation is illegal according to international law.
Watch this. Now watch this. Now let me hear you debunk this, yeah? Now when the MOU, it says Iran and its allies. It didn't name anyone. Is that a violation?
I had to let go of the other. So that's what led me to get all the outings that I have now.
All right. Good job, brother. Good job. Thank you for your testimony. All right. Let's see. We've just got here. We're talking about men crying. All right. When is it allowed? When is it not allowed? All right. Just got here. That's the discussion. And
the obligation is still there.
Be fair, yeah. You asked Simon to clarify his position being a lawyer, and he repeated exactly.
He agrees with me, Ghost. He agrees with me. The obligation is illegal.
Okay. Let him repeat his position.
Obligation is illegal. You cannot have this fucking obligation on the contract and force Edward into doing ceasefire with me. You can't do that.
He clearly
because Edward never agreed. Edward never agreed to you. You're making a deal on behalf of him, man.
Okay.
It violates international law.
Now this example, I mentioned Edward. If I want to go with what you were saying, in this example, what we're talking about,
I think let me ping Benny. You can do this mental masturbation with Benny. I'm all black and look. I'm very straightforward. If you don't agree, it's okay. You don't have to agree. It's up to the person side. I read it out. It violates international law. That's it.
No.
Simple as that.
What you read is not mentioned.
It violates international law. Even I can't believe it, man.
What obligation is on Lebanon?
Oh my God, I'll just leave it at that. I'm not gonna dive into it. I'm
What
good.
obligation is there on
I'm
Lebanon?
good, bro. I'm good. So I'm done.
What
Thank you.
Okay, you lost. Take the L. It's okay.
Yeah.
We have to take it every now and then.
Whatever
We can
floats
be
your
right
boat,
on
man.
everything.
Ghost. Whatever
Yeah,
floats your
bro.
boat.
Everybody heard it, including
Yeah.
Simon. You asked him the
International
question.
law.
You asked him the
Obligation
question.
is illegal.
Yeah.
Obligation is against the law. I said this multiple times.
Who is the obligation on?
It doesn't matter. You cannot
What
put
do you
another
mean it doesn't
country on.
matter?
You cannot put anybody. You cannot make a deal on behalf of other countries. That's
So who's
illegal.
mentioned? Who's mentioned in the?
Oh my God. No,
Who's
okay.
mentioned? Tell me who's mentioned.
Please read the MOU respectfully.
Yeah. Okay. Here, I'll read you the part. Yeah. Here, I'll read it for you. Immediate and permanent termination of military operations on all fronts, including Lebanon.
That's an obligation.
On who?
America. That's an obligation on America and on the allies that are fighting the war, which makes it illegal. It violates international law.
So Americans signed it.
It doesn't matter. I told you it's for the show, man. Like I don't know how to explain it to you.
Bro, are you being serious right now or are you joking?
Yes, they do this all the time.
So
The
what
officials.
the hell are you saying?
I gave you an example about Iran. There's a lot of examples out there. A lot of countries do it for the show.
Okay. Let's say that I agree with you on this. That they're doing it for the show. Yeah. Let's say that I agree with you. Wait. I agree with you on the show part. Yeah. Did the Americans sit on the table and sign it?
Yes.
So how does this go against international law?
Can America sit on the table and sign and say that Mexad is gay? Yes, it can. But does it make Mexad gay? It doesn't. Now the obligation would be if America turns Mexad into gay, that would be an obligation, and that's where we have a problem with.
Yeah, I mean, listen. I mean, I have allies, you have allies. Me and you agreed to sit on the table and force our allies. Me and you agreed on this, yeah? To sit on the table and influence our allies to stop attacking.
Can you stop doing this? The sound effects in the background with your microphone is so good, man.
Listen, me and you sat on the table and we agreed. Me and you agreed, yeah, together, that we are going to use our power to influence our allies to not attack everyone. We signed on it. Where is the violation?
Where does influence?
Hello.
Can you please tell us?
So what does it mean when it says their allies? When it says immediate and
Can
permanent?
you please tell us what? Yes. That's not in. That's an obligation. That's obligation. Immediate. That's an obligation.
Oh my God.
But it doesn't say influence. You see what I'm saying? That's what I'm telling you, man. That Ghost, when you go in the contract in front of the judge, you're gonna lose this case. Lose your ass off.
No. You asked the lawyer and he literally told you what.
No, the lawyer agrees with me. I think you did. You misheard it.
Yeah, let him repeat it.
So ask
Oh my God, Simon, the obligation part is the one that's illegal, correct?
Well, look, I'm going to say that I only usually give 15 minutes of advice for free. So, all right, okay.
Simon, especially you don't want to be redundant. I'm here playing dumb here. So don't waste your breath, my friend.
Well, I mean, you get to the point where, hey, I support thank you for
it sounds like projection. You haven't provided a source for the scholar. Which scholar are you talking about?
I don't.
Apparently, you already spoke to the scholar before we even talk about this argument.
Why are we going? Why is it so complicated? I thought it was straightforward. It's called I can agree with Ghost to do anything that gives obligations to me or Ghost. What we can't do is we can't agree that a third party has to do something without involving them in the agreement. So if we agree, hang on, let me just say this for the last time. If we agree between each other, so I'm America, Ghost Iran, and we agree that we're not going to attack Amir, who's Lebanon in this scenario, we can do that because there's no obligation on Lebanon. We're just saying we won't attack. So the obligations, and that's it.
Did you hear that, Amir, or you wanted him to repeat it again?
And I'm not going to do that. That is
Barbecue chicken.
And the only nation
If it's not an obligation, then the Iranians cannot use that
He
argument.
just explained it.
Hold on. I'm talking to. Yeah, you cannot use. Hold on. A whole bunch of Iranians that come in here day in day out. They can't use that argument anymore. That they violate. You can't say that. You can't use.
No, there is no obligations on Lebanon, right? The only obligation there is that's third party, and that's Israel. And the only one putting them there and signed on behalf of them is United States. So they once again broke international law.
Well, it's not sensible to put obligations on someone who's not party to the agreement, because that obligation, they can go, look, we weren't party to the agreement, so why I'm not going to hold to the obligation.
But Lebanon and Israel were not a party to this MOU, correct?
But they're allies.
They're not a party. No, the question is very specific. They were not
as a government is not an ally to Iran. As a government.
Lebanon, all right, let's put.
Key people on that plane as a decoy, not like anything else.
He doesn't care.
You know the definition of a decoy, y'all?
Girl, he does not care. As long as it's not him, he does not care.
No. He said, "Oh well."
He said what? No, he didn't know what. Well, he said whatever. And I'm sure that that's exactly what he thought about the rest of those people's lives potentially being lost too. Whatever. So, like, he's an absolute narcissist. And again, he's just like a weirdo. I mean, he doesn't care about people. I mean, we've seen this repeatedly. So none of this shocks me at all.
It shocked me though. Cole in the broad daylight, he's telling you guys, and we still got people wanting to say that, he's the they can find a reason for this horrible breathing human being to still be our president. And the question is at the top of the room: why is Trump still president? I don't understand it. I don't understand why the three situations didn't situate that happened. With these people who are doing it are fucked up bad shots, and then you got people who coming over with a rocket launcher. It's just like, I'm starting to believe some of the shit they say. That maybe maybe it's divine intervention that he's here.
Girl,
because
no.
all these attempts, girl, come on now.
No, they ain't been no
Three,
attempts. They ain't been no
and then
attempts
on that. And then he was
it is divine intervention that he's been saying.
He didn't get sentenced to jail. Come on, y'all.
It is divine. I think it is divine. When they shot him in the ear. It's divine, but the thing about it is,
Totem pole up. Hold on a second.
Go ahead.
When he got that supposedly in the ear, what he do? Stand up, put that arm in the air, fight. But he running off this plane in a catering truck, hiding, leaving Caroline Levitt up there, the mom up to the babies, leaving her on that plane, the decoy plane. You know what? It's just, you can tell what's real and what's not real with this man. Absolutely. It's sad, is what it is. Any of those people, if I got left on his decoy plane, I'm not fucking with him again. I have nothing to do with him anymore. Because he's going to get everybody in a box.
That's what I'm saying.
Well, he almost got them killed at the White House event too. Don't forget about that in the summer. At the hotel room. At the hotel.
The dude don't care. He leaves all kinds of things. He doesn't give a damn. He'll leave your ass. You voted for him. People in this room voted for him and think that Donald Trump will care about them too. He don't care about you. Just like we say out here in good old Texas. We don't give a damn. Just like the sun come up and the sun go down. That happens every day. We don't give a damn. At the end of the day, that's how Donald Trump feels about a lot of people. He'll put your life in danger because he don't give a damn about you or your family. I'm just telling you what it is. You may not like what I'm saying, brother. Whoever is a, Republican might not like it. But at the end of the day, I don't like the policies. Well, I don't like the policies here in Texas either, brother. I ain't no, you know what I'm saying? I ain't no Republican. I don't like the things that go on here. There are some things I like, sure, but there are some things that need some god doggone work, and I'm willing to talk about that. But anyway, what I'm trying to tell you is the Republican Party needs a hell of a lot of work. And shoot, people stand up and vote their asses out. They'll see how things work. The table's gonna turn. Got it.
Lisa, I know that your brother is in the Navy, correct? You say so?
I'm here.
Well, listen.
Yes, ma'am.
Did you
I'm
hear
here,
about
yes.
the sailors on the USS Abraham Lincoln?
What happened? No,
250 days at sea without landfall, and they trying to jump
In the
ship,
Matrix?
trying to unalive themselves, as we say in the social media.
Wait, what? Wait,
Girl, yes, yes.
It was in the
They
military
got
time.
Yes, Lord, they got mold in the shower. The shit ain't working. They don't have no products like to take care of their, their hygiene. The food is down to half a cup of rice and 2 tortillas.
You are lying.
No, I ain't
No,
lying.
she's not
Listen,
lying.
family members have been
Why?
talking about this.
Why are they?
Lisa,
What's the point of what they're doing? Why are they doing that?
Hold on. Can you hear my voice, babe,
I'm
over the
asking.
airwaves?
I'm asking you a
let her
question.
finish
You're
the
talking.
whole
I'm asking a
thing.
question.
Let her finish her submission because I'm looking it up and then you can ask her.
Why are they doing that?
She
That's
needs
in
to
the-
finish.
I'm trying to tell you, damn it. If you be quiet a minute, shit.
Well, then say it. Say it.
If you be quiet, I can say it.
Oh my God.
Stop
Jesus,
creating
what is
a
with
bunch
this
of
man?
drama. Say
What
it.
is wrong
Me
with
too.
you?
It's in the military times. You need to look up.
Military times, Lisa, are
Feel yourself.
Sergeant Scott's Putty is one of, I don't know. But in any case, they have not touched land in 250 days. They out to sea. They don't have any way.
Why are they doing that?
Oh my God.
Because they're over there near, what is that? Are they in the strait or they near
April,
the strait?
April. Because the motherfucker you voted for. The motherfucker you voted for. That's why they're doing that. Because our military is
Why
ran
do they
thin.
have them out for
Because
200 days like that?
The war
That's
of
not
Iran.
normal. Why?
They have not been able to deploy back. They need to get in the fucking region. Assets are ran thin, bro.
So you're saying the resources are ran so thin that they can't relieve them. Is that what you're saying?
Bro, yeah. Just like when Iraq kicked off, right? And it used to be a 6-month deployment, then it turned to a year deployment, and then motherfuckers got sent back to Germany, and then turned right back around to go to Iraq.
Okay, so they're out there because we don't have anybody to relieve them of their duties.
And they gotta go to certification, then they gotta get
So
all
we don't
their
have
like.
What are you talking about?
Hello?
I'm asking you, why the
man.
fuck are they leaving
Until
them out
they
there
could get-
for 200 days? That's not
Because there wasn't
normal,
another
right?
strike group that can assume the mission.
That's
at the
all
time.
I
That's
needed.
why.
That's all I needed to hear.
That's why I basically told you, bro. Assets are thin.
We only got 11 aircraft carriers.
Okay.
And most
that's
of them
all.
have to be maintenance, and then they still have to go through training. So you can't keep a carrier.
Wait.
And think about it, total. It's only like 3% of the U.S. population serves in the military. The military is not as big as people think it is.
I don't need to know the percentages of that. I just wanted to know why they kept them out there this long and they don't normally do that.
Because you voted for
Yeah,
Trump.
that's
That's
why.
why they did it. Because you voted for Trump.
Because